So in this video, I'll cover some of the new key points of the new European data laws. In this new regulation, it will be replacing the 20-year-old directive. Companies will need to be in compliance by May 25th, 2018. And any company not in regulation or have data breaches while not in compliance will be fined up to 20 million euro or 4% of their total worldwide annual turnover for the previous year, whichever one is higher, which is a devastating fine for any company. It also requires any business holding data about an European resident worldwide to follow these regulations. Even a non-European citizen living in Europe are protected by this law. So let us go ahead and cover some of the new European data regulations. 1. The new European regulation prohibits personal data from being transferred outside Europe, unless the data controller can assure an adequate level of privacy protection, for example, encrypting the data. So you need to ensure that if data is being stored on a cloud network, that the data is not being sent or stored in a foreign location, or moved between facilities. This will result in violation. Second, each company will have one National Data Protection Authority, or DPA, as its lead regulator to ensure that they are in compliance. The lead DPA will be required to communicate with other DPAs whose citizens are affected. 3. There are two new categories of data, genetic and biometric data. These categories fall under sensitive or special classifications, and they include personal data such as data revealing race or ethnic origin, political opinion, religious beliefs, trade union membership, data concerning health or sex life, and sexual orientation. Fourth, consent is not valid in contract if the data owner is required to give consent to his or her personal data if it is not necessary for the use of the contract or service. Fifth, companies have a 72-hour to report any data breach to the DPA, unless the data controller can demonstrate that the personal data breach is unlikely to result in a risk for the rights and freedoms of individuals. Sixth, having and enforcing internal data protection policies and procedures is a requirement. Companies may need to present this information in the event of an incident. 7. Companies must appoint a data protected officer if its primary activity is processing operations that require regular monitoring of data on a large scale. And 8th, people can now request that his or her data be erased. And I have listed some of the requirements for this in the article attached to this video.